Kerry James Marshall is a well-known contemporary artist. Known for painting all of his Black subjects with dark skin, he explores the daily life and culture of Black Americans post the Civil Rights Movement through paintings, videos, drawings, comics, sculptures, and full installations. Marshall was born on October 17, 1955, in Birmingham, Alabama. He moved to the Watts neighborhood in Los Angeles at a young age. Growing up near the Black Panthers headquarters in Oakland, he cites that and living in LA during historical events like the Watts riots as main inspirations for his later work. You can be born in Birmingham, Alabama in 1955 and grow up in South Central near the Black Panthers headquarters and not feel like you've got some kind of social responsibility, he stated. You can't move to Watts in 1963 and not speak about it. That determined a lot of where my work was going to go. He graduated with a BFA and honorary doctorate in 1999 from the Otis Art Institute in Los Angeles. He now resides in Chicago, where from 1993 to 2016, he taught at the School of Art and Design at the University of Illinois, Chicago. Marshall's work focuses closely on creating positive and political narratives through Black subjects. Influenced by folk and Renaissance art and artists like El Greco and Charles White, who make similar work to Marshall, he aims to portray Black Americans in a subversive and honoring way. He is most known for painting his subjects, who he refers to as unequivocally and empathetically Black, in order to reject the invisibility of Black people in America, and specifically art, and negative connotations associated with Blackness and darkness as a whole. In going against what he describes as a lack in the image bank of Black subjects when compared to the traditional Western subjects and ideals in art, they are not only at the forefront of his works, but exist in various themes and experiences, whether in the past or present.
I tried to make a commitment to the craft. Everything about the picture is in my control. But I'm not working in a vacuum. I'm working in a culture that has a history. I decided early on that you have to be able to see evidence that I experience pleasure, that I experience pain, that I have desires, that I'm aware of history, that I'm a political creature, that I'm also a social creature. That's what it means to be a complete human being. I think that's true freedom.
Marshall's recent works include the September 2020 issue of Vogue, in which he embodied hope symbolically through a fictional young Black woman. In describing his reason for making her the cover of Vogue, he details that the point is to show that Blackness is rich and complex, within the Blackness alone. I'm trying to build into her expression that she's not dependent on the gaze of the spectator. I'm here and you can see me, but I'm not here for you. That's a critical element. The great word ultimately is going to be self-possessed. As of September 2021, he also has been confirmed to create a mural on the National Cathedral's stained glass windows, following the removal of Robert E. Lee's and Stonewall Jackson's statues in 2017. Marshall has not confirmed what the mural will detail, but has been quoted as stating that it will have to be work that is able to synthesize a multiplicity of ideas and sentiments about what the country represents for all of us. There will be some kind of imagery that presents itself as an invitation to reflection on the meaning of America now. He will be working with poet Elizabeth Alexander, whose poem will be in stone tablets along the windows. The windows are expected to be finished in 2023. In 2017, one of Marshall's works, Pastimes, sold for $21.1 million, making his work the highest price ever paid at an auction by a living African-American artist. Many of his works are at the Museum of Modern Art in New York, the Los Angeles County Museum of Art, the Art Institute of Chicago, the Gallery of Art in Washington, D.C., and many others. He's been granted many awards such as the MacArthur Fellowship in 1997 and the W.E.B. Du Bois Medal, the highest honor anyone can be granted in Harvard University's African and African American field, and also was appointed to President Obama's Committee on the Arts and Humanities in 2013. I was aware of Kerry James Marshall and some of his work in the past from a contemporary art class I took, but it was through this project that I delved deeper into his work and understood him as a person. I feel like the way he approaches his pieces is very admirable. I enjoyed the fact that he portrays Black culture in a thoughtful and genuine way. It resonates with me looking through his pieces because he, as I mentioned earlier, gives attention to the absence of Black people in art in various ways and captures the many themes, experiences, emotions, and even just day-to-day life through his subjects that otherwise wouldn't be acknowledged. His signature trait of portraying all of his subjects to reflect blackness and darkness in a positive and beautiful way is what drew me to his work as well. It's through his works that the concept of blackness and the necessity for black people to have art that represents and reflects them is very important for the modern age. Thank you.